boys and girls, load your bottle keeper with your favorite unsponsored beverage, because it's raining again, and that means we ain't working outside, so we might as well have a conversation. Now, I realize we don't all have the same kind of taste in the content that we watch. The topic of the content typically is the driving factor. So some of my viewers don't like the conversations that we have at the beginning of each video, which is why I normally put a time up here in the corner. But this video is going to be all conversation, so there's not going to be a time. I was originally planning on just skipping this whole 3-month absence and not addressing it, just going right back into content. I mean, the last video I did was taking the bed off an S10, and I set it down right in front of the garage door. And it sat there. We're probably going to get a little bit personal here, so I wasn't sure about sharing all this information. But then I had to remember that not long ago I told another creator that a lot of us that follow a channel get as invested in the creator as we do the content that they create. So maybe I need to live by my own words. So this video really is for the 6 of you that may or may not care that would actually watch. Besides, like I said in the body drop video, it does me some good personally to get it off my chest, put it out there, and share it. And honestly, the 6 of you are the perfect people to share it with. Now understand, this ain't a pity party. I'm just telling you what happened. Obviously, this video ain't gonna get the dozens of views that I normally get on this channel. So about the first week in November, I was developing some type of respiratory infection that was not contagious, so not Rona. When it comes down to it, it was progressively getting worse. Now understand, I'm not saying that I was dry hacking or hacking up a lung constantly or anything like that. But these episodes, when they hit, I would find myself coughing to the point that I would start hyperventilating, and then potentially I could have blacked out from the lack of oxygen from the hyperventilation. And that actually did happen a few times, 3 of which happened in my sleep. And you want to talk about a scary situation? That was scary. When you wake up, bam, wide awake and feeling great, and find out that you just kicked over the end table by the bed. So that's what happened there. It wasn't a constant problem, but it was a big enough of a problem that I couldn't drive. I couldn't get anything accomplished. I didn't have the energy to be on video, anything like that. It was a different scenario than anything I've ever faced in my life. So the doctor eventually threw so many drugs at me to the point that nothing that wasn't supposed to be in my body could live. I mean, the first day I started my meds, I took 15 pills. Better living through pharmaceuticals, I guess. So anyway, because I didn't have the energy to make videos and what have you, I couldn't really go anywhere. That doesn't mean I couldn't accomplish something on property. So I started focusing on doing stuff around what used to be the farm. You know, non-automotive stuff. The kind of stuff I would be doing if I wasn't making videos. And I wasn't making videos, so I guess that's pretty convenient. Well, all this area that's grass right now used to look like all that wooded area behind it. But we're still missing about 1.5 acres, almost 2 acres of cleared property now. So I brought in a guy named Kevin. He's got a company called Extreme Earthworks, and he went to work with a forest mulcher. Meanwhile, back at the garage, yep, still there. I've not seen this part of my property in 20 plus years. I did at least get the rubber mat out of the bed. Of course, the bed's still sitting in the same spot, so yeah. So once Kevin got done mulching, the tree line that used to look like this pretty much looked like that. After that, the wife and I went and had the chainsaw repaired, and we spent a solid week, first week of January, clearing out this fence line right here. And that looks beautiful. Look at that view. Once everything turns green, that's gonna be gorgeous. Here's the other side of the property. The fence line that you were just looking at is that one. This side of the property was the part that was grown up and overgrown, and I had him mulch the small stuff and just lay the big stuff down so that it didn't cost me so much money. Here's a better perspective of the work that he did. And understand, all this area out here was so thick that a cat couldn't walk through it. And I was limited on funding, so I had him take down these Bradford pears rather than mulching them up, just drop them and leave them. And he did delimb them to make it easier for me to clean them up. I just got to burn them. And then the wife and I spent the next week burning off all the stuff that came from the fence line that we cut out, and that took the better part of a week. So there was a lot of stuff that had to be burned up. And then after that was all said and done, it turned super cold, or super cold by my standards. Taking consideration, this garage ain't insulated, and I ain't gonna be up in here freezing my butt off. Fact is, I own mostly t-shirts and shorts. I do have a few pair of long pants, but the closest thing I've got to a cold weather jacket is a few hoodies. That's it. So if it gets too cold, I ain't working in the garage. So that's where we're at. And right about now, it has quit raining, which means it's guaranteed to get cold again. Let's see what happens. Now, I know that I said there was not going to be any automotive content in this video, but it's an automotive channel. Let's try and get something accomplished. I ain't never going to be able to drive that car if I don't get this bed out of the way. Cross your fingers and hope this works, because I don't know, I'm liable to mess this whole thing up. My strap came loose. I think we got a new plan anyway, so. Granted, it's still in the way of that door, but at least it's out from in front of that door, so that car can be driven now after I clean up all this crap. But now we can work on it. We want to straighten out these dents on both sides. And then that one, that side looks pretty good still. So, bed of the floor, the bottom side looks really good. Minor, I don't know if that's surface rust or if it's just mud from where the spare tire was and can be, oh wait, spare tire was back here. So it might just be mud, might be surface rust, I don't know. We'll find out when it gets cleaned up. Plenty of dirt dauber nests up in here though. Alright, if you're one of the 6 people that stuck around and actually watched this video, thank you. Do me a favor, leave me a thumbs up. Better yet, leave a comment. I prefer comments. I want to interact with you guys. Get your input, your feelings, what you would like to see on the channel, all that type stuff. And most small channels will benefit from this because that's how the algorithm figures out whether or not people enjoyed actually watching the video. Anytime you're on a smaller channel like this, leave them a comment, give them a thumbs up, something. If you're not subscribed and it's something that you enjoy and you watch some more videos and find out, oh, this is a channel that's in my wheelhouse, then subscribe to them. This one as well. But that helps this channel more than you would actually imagine that it does. Peace, love, and mini trucks.